in what is becoming an increasing concern and a worrying situation in the US, another temple has been vandalized in the country. This time, the incident occurred in Melville, located around 50 kilometers from New York City. The matter came to light after images started circulating on social media on Monday, showing anti-India expletives spray-painted on the road as well as on the signage outside the premises of the temple. Some of the expletives were also directed against Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, raising questions about the timing of this. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to visit the US next week, where one of his engagements involves addressing a large Indian-American community event. This will be taking place less than 30 kilometers from the vandalism site. The event is reportedly aimed at further strengthening the connection between India and its diaspora. So was the incident in Melville deliberate? Was it timed to send out a message right before a high-profile visit? What was the motive? Whatever the motive might be, this is absolutely unfortunate and unacceptable. More so because the incident in Melville is not isolated. In January, the entrance sign at a temple in Hayward, California, was spray-painted with anti-India phrases. Just 2 weeks earlier, a Hindu temple was also defaced with anti-India elements in California. Terming the latest incident as unacceptable, the Indian consulate in New York has raised the issue with the US law enforcement authorities to initiate prompt action against the perpetrators. In its statement, in fact, the Babs Swaminarayan Sanstha, that looks after the temple in Melville, strongly condemned the act, terming it as a hate crime, and urged for all communities to maintain peace. So why is this happening in the United States, especially in a country that seems to pride itself when it comes to freedom of religion and diversity? A few members from the US Congress, while denouncing the act, reportedly felt that the rhetoric of national leaders could be the cause. I'm quoting, "There is too much hate. I am appalled by the hideous acts of vandalism targeting the temple in Melville." That's what the US Congressman Tom Suozzi was quoted as saying in multiple news reports, adding that such acts of vandalism, bigotry and hate are happening far too often because of inflammatory rhetoric by national leaders, extremism and a lack of accountability that are un-American and contradict the core values of the country, quote unquote. In fact, as per multiple reports, Congressman Ro Khanna asked for greater accountability to avert a repeat of such incidents in the future. Freedom of worship is a bedrock of our democracy. There is no place for acts of intimidation, harassment or violence. That's what Khanna said. Meanwhile, New York State Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, in a post on the platform X, called for an investigation and declared that freedom of worship must be protected at all costs. Babs Swaminarayan Sanstha, the organization that runs the temple, in a statement said that a prayer meeting was held at the site of the vandalism, which was attended by many US representatives, senators, among other local, state and federal leaders. The incident has also drawn strong condemnation from the Hindu American Foundation, which has urged the US Justice Department to investigate the matter. This disturbing pattern of vandalism targeting temples is not just limited to the United States alone. In Canada, temples have also been targeted. In July, the Babs Swaminarayan Temple in Edmonton, Canada, was defaced with anti-India graffiti and slurs. In April last year, a temple was also defaced with anti-India graffiti in Windsor, while in February the same year, a Babs temple was defaced. It's high time that this cycle of hate is put to an end, because it will only get worse if it goes unchecked. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.